Hello, good people. I hope you're well. Um, from time to time, I get asked questions and I answer the same questions. So, like today, I've just got a message. Somebody asked me a question, and the question is if I've got an international license, for how long can I use it here? How long can I use it in the UK? And that's a very good question. That's a very good question, and I always answer it. But this time I thought, let me just make a like a video in response to that. And as I help my friend, it can maybe be helpful to somebody else. And if you know somebody else, please share these videos. Let's keep the information going. So the short answer is yes. The short answer is yes. You can drive in the UK with an international license or a license from your country, whichever country it is. In most countries, but just check with the DVLA to be on the safe side for up to 12 months. Because the DVLA states that you've got the designated countries and they mention about 12, but it says you're not part of the designated countries, you can still use it for up to 1 year, up to 12 months, up to 12 months. And I know the 12 months sounds a lot, but the reason they do this, one of the things I've realized with the way they do things in the UK is nothing is just done like that. They have carefully thought about these things. Why do they give to 1 year? Because they know it'll take time to settle in the process. Now, let's say from zero, yeah, I decide that today I want to apply for a UK license. I go to the post office, get the form D1, fill in the form, take the photograph, pay £41 for the postal order, £41 to get the what do you call it? To get the postal order, because they don't take cash, they don't take card payments. Then on top of that, it costs you maybe another £4, £5 thereabouts to get the postal order. So it's about 47. Take £12 for taking your photo. Now you go somewhere else, they take a passport photo. If you've got a passport photo, you've saved yourself some money. Then on top of that, when you're sending it, because you're sending sensitive document with your BRP or your passport, so you want to make sure that this thing does not get lost. So that costs you another maybe about £7. So in total, it's about £67 thereabouts. So in one day, you can do all that, right? Then the DVLA says from the day they receive your application, you've got up to 3 weeks. You've got up to 3 weeks to get your provisional license. Hey, 3 weeks. So let's just say, call it roughly a month. So in a month's time, you get your provisional license, right? So you got your provisional license in a month. Then only until you get your provisional license, you can apply for a theory test, because they will need a provisional license to apply for the theory test. So you apply for the theory test. That takes maybe about 3-4 months thereabouts. Like right now, there's a backlog, right? So three months plus 1 month, that's 4 months or 4 or 5 months thereabouts. Let's say you pass your test the first time round. Then as soon as you pass the test, they'll give you the certificate, you use that, apply for your practical. That takes another 3-4 months. So we've already got about 5 months. 5 plus 4 is 9. Out of the 12 months, you're remaining with 3 months. Sometimes these things go the way they go. What if you failed a theory test or you failed a practical test? You've got a window of about 3 months to retake it again for you to be within the 1 year valid time scale. I know some of you say, oh yeah, but you can apply for this thing and forward it. Yes, there is that, but those are just risks. It's not guaranteed. At least you're guaranteed 3 months. So let's work with a parameter of safety and caution. So the moral of the story, as soon as you can, I've known people who have come in the country, the first thing within the first week, start the process of D1, get the form, get it done. So yeah, so that's it. Because now this is very important, and I've done other videos that have explained the consequences of not getting your license within the first year. After 1 year, if you've not been able to get a UK license, you cannot drive a car on your own, right? You have to drive it maybe with somebody else with L plates. So your license becomes a provisional license, essentially. where you cannot drive your car unless somebody's sitting next to you who has got a full UK license and has held it for 3 years, at least minimum, to sit there for you to drive. So moral of the story, wherever you are, if not, in fact, today I was having lunch with some friends, and so I was just chatting with a very good friend of mine. We were talking, and so I said, so how's the driving? So they're talking about the driving, they need a bit to help them in some of the stuff. And I said, yeah. So I always ask, so where in the process are you? And he said, oh, I'm still planning. I said, have you applied for a provisional license? I said, no. I said, okay, just wait here. I mean, we were at KFC. I left the KFC and just went to my car, got him a D1 form, filled it in. I said, mate, here we go. I helped him fill it in. All he needed to do is sign the place. There's a place where you have to sign. We put biometric number, everything, popped it on. Now I told him, my friend, now you have started the process. Now the ball is in your hand. You need an investment of £67 to get your photographs, get the money order, send it all in, and you need a passport photo. So then the rest is in his. And I said, if you're having a day off, let me know. I'm going to help you. If it means I'm going to help you take it to the post office and get it done. Because a good friend of mine, yeah. So the point I'm making is this: you've just come in the country. Don't let it go. Yeah, because I've seen people who have driven and have been, they get caught by the police all the time, and then I get a phone call, I need you to help me get my car out of the impound, and that costs a fortune. You're talking nearly £800-900. You can have your insurance, but if you're driving with an international license after 12 months of your coming, and another thing is, just remember something. The system here works. You cannot. So if they pop in your number plate, and he puts it on the computer, he doesn't even have to put it because there's a number plate reader that takes all this information, and it will tell him everything he needs to know about you in that car. It can tell when your insurance has it expired, who owns the car, everything. Here they collect data. The system works. And my friend, you cannot beat the system. You cannot beat the system. And here a traffic policeman stops you. I mean, he's a professional traffic policeman, There is no local arrangement. They work under the law, And I should do another video of what happens if you try and do some of the gymnastics people do with police officers, traffic police officers, whatever. You know what I'm talking about, Anyway, I will leave it there. If you found this video helpful, I just want to encourage you, please share it with a friend. First of all, just like it and subscribe so that when we have other informative videos, it might help you, and you can help somebody. But above that, just share it in some of the groups you are, because you never know. Information is power. Yeah. And you might be listening to this, and maybe there's no new information I've added to you. And if that's the case, thank you for staying until this far. Anyway, God bless. Have a nice week, and toot toot.